Welcome to MindLight, where we illuminate the ancient wisdom of the past to guide our modern lives toward clarity and peace. Imagine the most powerful man on earth, writing a private diary not for fame, but to keep his own soul sane. This diary became Meditations, a disorganized collection of thoughts that we have distilled into essential principles for a strong, stoic life. Though written 2,000 years ago, these lessons are the ultimate antidote to the chaos and anxiety of our digital world. We have condensed 50,000 words into a clear roadmap, starting with the most difficult challenge we face: dealing with other people. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, and arrogant. They act this way not because they are evil, but because they do not know the difference between good and bad. To understand the true nature of humanity is to see their mistakes as ignorance, deserving of your pity rather than anger. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Do not let their darkness dim your inner light. If someone despises me, that is their problem. My only problem is to not do or say anything deserving of contempt. Your mind is a fortress. If you do not accept the insult, it remains with the sender and cannot harm you. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This is the path to maintaining your tranquility amidst a chaotic social world. This leads us to the second pillar of wisdom, the power of interpretation. Everything we hear is an opinion, not fact. Events themselves are neutral. It is only your judgment of the event that determines whether you feel happy or deeply miserable. Choose not to be harmed, and you haven't been harmed. Remove the judgment, and you remove the feeling of being hurt. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength that the world cannot break. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard your thoughts like you guard your treasures. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. Reality is malleable based on the lens you choose to wear. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Your peace is your responsibility, and yours alone to keep. Now we move to the battle between the higher self and the lower self, the principle of mind over body. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. Do not be a puppet moved by your appetites. Your mind must be the master, not the slave of your body. Pain is simply a sensory signal. It is not unbearable unless you add the mental story that it is unbearable. Be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water. See things for what they are. That vintage wine is just grape juice. That roasted meat is merely a dead animal. By stripping away the legend and the hype, you strip away the power that material temptations have over your rational mind. The mind must sit on the throne. When the body complains or craves, the mind acknowledges it, but does not obey. This discipline is not a punishment. It is the path to true freedom from the tyranny of your own biology. Without a target, the archer cannot aim. This brings us to the fourth principle: living with purpose and avoiding autopilot. People who labor all their lives but have no purpose to direct every thought and impulse toward are wasting their time. Stop drifting. You are not a leaf blowing in the wind. You are a human being with a specific function. Every action should be complete in itself. Do not do anything without a purpose that serves the common good of humanity. Do not waste the remainder of your life in thoughts about others, unless you refer to some object of common good. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Most of what we say and do is not essential. Eliminate it. When you eliminate the unnecessary, you have more time and less stress. You gain the double advantage of efficiency and tranquility. A horse runs, a dog tracks, a bee makes honey, and a man does a man's work. Do your job. Concentrate every minute, like a Roman, on doing what is in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. But why the urgency? Because our time is finite. We now face the most profound Stoic truth. Memento mori. Remember death. Think of the life you have lived until now as over, and as a dead man, see what's left as a bonus. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This is not depressing. It is empowering. Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good while you exist. Alexander the Great and his mule driver both died, and the same thing happened to both. Death is the great equalizer. Soon you will have forgotten the world, and soon the world will have forgotten you. Fame is a hollow and fleeting thing. The only thing that isn't worthless is to live out your life truthfully and rightly. Everything else is smoke and mirrors. Look at the stars and see yourself running with them. Nature is a continuous cycle of change, and death is just transformation. Pass through this brief patch of time in harmony with nature, and come to your final resting place gracefully. Fall like a ripe olive that blesses the earth that nourished it, and is grateful to the tree that gave it growth. Finally, we address the tool that many mistake for the goal: material wealth. It is neither good nor bad in itself. Wealth is an indifferent thing. It can be used for good or evil. The value lies in the user, not the gold. Do not dream of possession of what you do not have. Rather, reflect on the greatest blessings in what you do have. Receive wealth without arrogance, and be ready to let it go without sorrow. It is a tool, not a master. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Treat what you don't have as non-existent. Look at what you have and remind yourself how much you would miss it. Marcus Aurelius did not write these words to teach us, but to remind himself. Now, you must remind yourself every day. The wisdom of the Stoics is not about suppressing emotion, but about finding a peace that cannot be shaken by the world. Be kind to others. Protect your mind. Control your body. Live with purpose. Accept death and use wealth wisely. You have the power to retreat into yourself whenever you desire. There is no retreat quieter or freer from trouble. Dig within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. Make your ambition the cultivation of your own character. Stop arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Action is the only truth that matters in the end. What we do now echoes in eternity. Your simple acts of patience and justice ripple outwards, far beyond your own life. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart. Start your own journal. Review your day. Catch your mistakes. Forgive yourself, and then strive to be better tomorrow. Each day provides a new life. Each morning is a reset button. Do not carry the burdens of yesterday into today. The light of a lamp shines until it is extinguished. Will you let your truth, justice, and self-control go out before you do? We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids. To act against one another is contrary to nature. Everything is ephemeral, both who remembers and what is remembered. Find peace in the flow, not in resistance to it. Let go of the need to control the world. You only need to control your response to it. That is freedom. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Your soul is dyed by the color of your thoughts. Straight, not straightened. Stand up straight on your own, not held up by others. Be the master of your fate. If you are distressed by anything external, The pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Be like fire. The fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Turn obstacles into fuel. Look from above. See the pettiness of earthly troubles compared to the vastness of time and space. Gain perspective. Thank you for journeying with us through the mind of Marcus Aurelius. We hope these sparks of light guide your way. This is MindLight. If you found value here, subscribe and share this wisdom. Illuminate your mind, illuminate your life.